Have you ever felt like something fundamental is changing in your mind, but you can't quite explain what it is? What if I told you that feeling isn't vague intuition? It is your brain literally reorganizing its neural pathways. In neuroscience, we don't talk about becoming a new person or raising your vibration. We talk about neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to physically restructure itself based on experience. Dr. Michael Merzenich at UC San Francisco proved that the adult brain is far more adaptable than we once thought. Your neural networks aren't fixed at 25. They're constantly rewiring. But here's what most people don't know. This rewiring doesn't happen gradually. It happens in phase shifts, sudden reorganizations that feel disruptive, confusing, even uncomfortable. Well, if you like these topics, follow the channel and help people get to know themselves better by sharing this video. I am the quantum philosopher, and this is Quantum Genesis, where science meets the soul. Today, I'm going to show you 5 evidence-based signs that your brain is undergoing one of these shifts right now. These aren't spiritual concepts. They're measurable changes in your dopamine system, your stress response, your perception of time, your sense of identity, and how you make decisions. If you recognize 3 or more of these signs, you're not losing your mind. You're reorganizing it. Let's start with the most subtle one. Sign number 5, old rewards stop working. Sign number 5 is easy to miss because it feels like nothing is happening. Things that used to give you a hit of pleasure or excitement just don't anymore. Maybe Instagram used to be fun, now it feels hollow. Binge watching Netflix used to relax you, now it feels like wasted time. That third coffee of the day used to energize you, now it just makes you jittery. And here's the thing, you might think something's wrong with you. Am I depressed? Why don't I enjoy anything anymore? But clinically, this isn't always depression. It's often dopamine recalibration. Dr. Anna Lemvik at Stanford, author of Dopamine Nation, explains that constant exposure to high stimulation, low-effort rewards, literally desensitizes your dopamine receptors. Your brain uses something called reward prediction error. When a reward becomes predictable and easy, dopamine release drops. Think about it. The first time you got 100 likes on a post? Euphoria. The 10th time? Barely a feeling. The 100th time? You don't even check. So when your brain starts rewiring toward deeper, more complex rewards, like learning, creating, meaningful work, the cheap dopamine hits stop registering. This is actually healthy adaptation. Your nervous system is no longer optimized for scroll and click stimulation. It's reorganizing around sustained attention. If you're in this phase, here's what helps. 1. Don't force excitement. Stop trying to fix your mood with more stimulation. 2. Embrace boredom. Walk without headphones. Sit without your phone. Let your mind wander. 3. Track what actually satisfies you now, not what should, what does. For many people, it's physical work, creative projects, or face-to-face conversation. Your brain isn't broken. It's upgrading. Sign number 4. Your stress response changes. Sign number 4 is more physical and harder to fake. You start reacting to stress differently. Not that you avoid stress, but something changes in how your body processes it. Maybe your boss sends a passive-aggressive email 6 months ago. Instant anxiety, mental spiral, ruined evening. Now you feel the tension in your chest, but you pause. You respond calmly. You move on. Or, unexpected bill arrives. Old you, panic, stress eating, catastrophizing. New you, stress still registers, but you problem solve instead of spiral. This is explained by polyvagal theory, developed by Dr. Stephen Porges at Indiana University. Your autonomic nervous system has 3 states: ventral vagal, calm, connected, socially engaged; sympathetic, fight or flight; mobilized dorsal vagal, shut down, freeze, collapse. Most Americans live in chronic sympathetic activation, work stress, financial pressure, political anxiety, 24/7 news cycles, But when your nervous system starts rewiring, you develop what's called vagal tone, the ability to shift between states flexibly. Neurologically, this means your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thought, is gaining more regulatory control over your amygdala, which triggers fear responses. Studies from Stanford and Yale show that meditation, brief work, and even consistent sleep improve this prefrontal amygdala connection. You're not becoming emotionless. You're becoming regulated. Here's how to support this shift. 1. Track recovery time, not stress levels. How long does it take you to return to baseline after something stressful? That's your real metric. 2. Brief work works. Box breathing, 4 seconds in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. This directly stimulates the vagus nerve. 3. Don't suppress stress. Feel it in your body, name it. Let it move through. A flexible nervous system processes and releases, it doesn't avoid. Sign number 3. Time feels different. Sign number 3 is subtle but profound. Time starts to feel different. Some days pass in a blur. You're so focused you forget to eat. Other days feel expansive, like you lived a week in a single afternoon. And no, you're not going crazy. This is a documented shift in temporal perception. Time perception isn't a clock in your brain. It's a byproduct of how much new information your brain is processing. When you're a kid, everything is new, so summers feel endless. When you're an adult doing the same routine, years disappear. But here's where it gets interesting. Research from UCLA and MIT shows that dopamine and norepinephrine, neurochemicals involved in attention and novelty, directly influence your subjective experience of time. When your brain reduces internal mental chatter, what neuroscientists call default mode network activity, you process the present moment with less fragmentation. Subjectively, time feels richer, more vivid, less rushed. This is why flow states, studied extensively by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, distort time. When you're completely absorbed in something challenging but doable, coding, writing, cooking, climbing, hours feel like minutes. But paradoxically, when you exit flow, you feel like you lived those hours fully. If time is starting to feel different for you, 1. This is a sign of increased presence. Your brain is processing reality with less internal noise. 2. Protect your flow time. Block out 90-minute windows where you're unreachable. No Slack, no email, deep work. 3. Notice when time expands. What were you doing? Who were you with? That's data about what actually engages your nervous system now. Sign number 2. Your identity becomes flexible. Sign number 2 is the most psychologically uncomfortable. You stop clinging to who you think you are. Maybe you've always identified as the ambitious one. Suddenly, climbing the corporate ladder feels pointless. Or you've always been the rational one. Now you're crying at movies and feeling things you can't explain. Or you've built your identity around a political ideology, a career, a relationship. And now, it feels like a costume you're wearing. This phase terrifies people. Because in American culture, we are obsessed with identity. Neuroscientifically, your sense of self is maintained by the default mode network, a set of brain regions that activate when you're not focused on the external world. The DMN is responsible for autobiographical memory, self-referential thinking, planning your future based on your past. Essentially, it's the part of your brain that tells the story of you. But here's the problem with rigid identity. It's metabolically expensive. Maintaining a fixed sense of self, defending it, protecting it, proving it, consumes enormous cognitive energy. Studies on meditation and even psychedelic-assisted therapy show that when the DMN becomes more flexible, people report less anxiety, more adaptability, greater sense of interconnectedness. In the US, identity is often tied to achievement, your job title, your salary, your political beliefs, your productivity. So when that identity starts to loosen, people panic. If I'm not the high achiever, who am I? If I'm not the strong one, what's my value? If I'm not XYZ, Do I even exist? But neurologically, this isn't identity loss. It's identity flexibility. If you're in this phase, 1. Stop asking, who am I? Start asking, what state am I in right now, and is it serving me? 2. Let go of the need to explain yourself. You don't owe anyone a consistent narrative. People change. That's healthy. 3. Notice what you're clinging to. Job title? Political label? Relationship role? Ask, is this identity helping me grow or keeping me stuck? A flexible identity isn't weak. It's anti-fragile. Sign number 1. Decisions become clear. And now, the strongest sign that your brain is rewiring. Your decisions start aligning without force. Not impulsive, not emotional, not overthought. Just clear. You quit the job that pays well but drains you, and you don't second-guess it. You end the relationship that's comfortable but misaligned, and feel relief, not regret. You say no to social obligations that used to feel mandatory without guilt. You choose the boring, healthy option because it actually feels right. Psychologically, this is called reduced cognitive dissonance. Most people live in constant internal conflict. I want to be healthy, but I eat junk food. I value my time, but I say yes to everything. I want depth, but I scroll for hours. Neuroscientifically, this mismatch creates stress. Your anterior cingulate cortex, the part of your brain that detects conflict, is constantly firing. But when your brain rewires, something shifts. Your emotional signals, bodily awareness, and executive function start synchronizing. The HeartMath Institute, though sometimes overhyped, has documented something called psychophysiological coherence. When your heart rate variability, brain waves, and breath sync up, decision-making becomes efficient. And research from Antonio Damasio at USC shows that emotion isn't opposed to reason. It's essential for it. People with damage to emotional processing centers can't make decisions, even simple ones. So when you feel that sudden clarity, I know what I need to do, you're not being irrational. You're being integrated. Your gut, your heart, and your head are finally speaking the same language. If you're experiencing this, 1. Trust it, but verify. Clear decisions feel calm, not frantic. If you're rushing, pause. 2. Act on alignment quickly. The window of clarity doesn't last forever. When you know, move. 3. Don't over-explain to others. People who aren't rewiring won't understand. That's okay. You're not leading their life. So here's what I want you to take from this video. Brain rewiring isn't about escaping your life. It's about upgrading how you interface with it. It's not a better universe. It's a better organized nervous system. And here's the hardest part to accept. Not everyone around you will be shifting at the same pace. Some people will think you've changed for the worse. They'll call you distant, cold, different. But what's really happening is this. You're no longer matching the frequency you used to operate on. And that's not loss. That's coherence. If this video helped you make sense of something you couldn't explain before, subscribe to Quantum Genesis. This channel isn't about spirituality or self-help. It's about understanding the biology of transformation. I am the quantum philosopher, and this is Quantum Genesis, where science meets the soul. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.